Hey there, my angels. So today I'm bringing to you a topic that a lot of new pet keepers ask. What is the best snake to get your child as a first reptile? And most people, 98% of the time, you're going to hear them say either a ball python or you're going to hear them say a corn snake. And I'm just going to share my perspective and my thoughts on each animal, using two animals that you guys don't get to see often in my collection. One being one of my pet ball pythons, which is my favorite pet ball python, which is Busy, which is a spider ball python. So we want to use a simple gene python for this video because it's most likely one that people would buy as a pet for us as the cost. Then we're going to use my corn snake, and the corn snake is 99% going to be the one that people tell you to get most of the time, because a lot of people think that because corn snakes are very hardy, they don't require a lot for its husbandry, or the best animal for a child that's getting into reptiles for the first time. Typically, a lot of people think it's or feel it's the corn snake because of the fact that the husbandry is easier to maintain. So I'm going to show you both. I'm going to give you my thoughts on what it really is like keeping them both. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on why I think one more than the other one is a best pet snake. And why your perspective might be a little different, and why people do have that different opinion of the two. Stay tuned. So here I'm holding my corn snake, and I also have Busy, the spider ball python, as we discussed. He's a male ball python. Busy is will be turning about 7 years old. So that's Busy. And then Nipsey, who is the corn snake, is about 6 years old. 5 or 6 years old. I believe 6 would be the right number. And Busy, where are you going? All right, so Busy actually is starting shed, if you guys can't see. But to the point, the reason why I think that Busy is a better first snake, or a snake of his kind, which is a ball python, is a better first snake for children, is because of their lack of mobility, or they don't move much as babies. Busy is very familiar with us, so he probably moves a little more than most snakes, most ball pythons anyway, a little bit more than most ball pythons, but that's because he's very comfortable with where he is. Busy actually is easier to keep for me, from a feeding perspective as well, when it comes to a child. Because one of the concerns that people will have with the ball python is that it can sometimes come off food, which is stressful for adults, but maybe not a child, right? A young child would know the difference. So I think that depends on the age of the child. If this one or this one would be the best, did you see him just kiss me? Would be the best snake for a child. Age would be a big factor in that. So I would say for a younger child, maybe 10 years or older, definitely the corn snake, because the husbandry is so much easier, especially in certain areas of the country. Like here in Maryland, my ambient works just fine for this corn snake. Even after he eats, it works just fine for him. But I do keep a underbelly heating pad under his enclosure anyway, just in case Nipsey does want to get a little additional heat. But very seldom do I see him sitting right on top of his heating pad. He's normally on the cooler side of his enclosure, and that can be anywhere between 72 and 79 degrees where my ambient typically stays. So yeah, so a corn snake, depending on the age, is definitely for a younger or older child. The corn snake for a child 10 years or older is definitely better, a better first pet. But for me, a child less than 10 years old, it's not such a good idea, because although Nipsey is very, very calm now, if you look at older videos with Nipsey, Nipsey moved a lot. And to some younger children, that's intimidating. Not that the chances of a corn snake ever being nippy is slim to none. You might come across a baby that's a little nippy, but it's not even that. It's just that they really can move really fast. They are escape artists, very good escape artists. So you need someone who's a little bit more mature to know how to look for ways for it to get out and things like that, even if it's a younger child. And most younger children will not pay attention to that level of detail. All right, guys, so basically in a nutshell, my opinion, this is my opinion, a ball python is a perfect first snake for any child, any age. The stress of it coming off food is something that you can educate the child about, things to look for, how to feed them appropriately, seasonal feeding, like different things that you just have to pay attention to the individual snake. But I think a ball python is a perfect first snake for a person or a child of any age. But the corn snake is a better first snake for a child that's 10 years or older. I don't recommend the corn snake for a child who is 10 years old or less, due to the fact that this is a very active snake. Very, very active. Nothing compared to how it is now. This snake is, as a younger snake, is fast, very active, and like I said before, an escape artist. So for that reason, I'm a little split on which one is the best, but my split comes down to the age of the person or child who is taking on the snake as a first time pet. So there you have it. That's my opinion. Feel free to comment below what your thoughts on which one is the best for a child specifically as a first, or a first pet in general, and why or why not. I just be curious what some of you guys think. Until then, peace.